Hi, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today as I do a October flip through in my notebook. Well, actually it's notebooks because October went across two notebooks, finishing off this stalogy and then starting a new one. So I'll just move my very hot cup of tea out of the way. I am trying really hard to actually finish a notebook. So I knew that October was going to use more than what I had left, but I just wanted to see how it felt starting a notebook, a new notebook halfway through a month. There are some things that I like about it, being that I'm not wasting paper, some things that I don't like about it, like habit trackers or, duplicating some pages, which could be seen as a waste of paper. Anyway, we'll start off with this one. What I've done throughout the notebook is things that are private. I've either just popped a sticky note over, or if there's been a couple of pages in a row, I've just paper clipped it so I can just flip past it. Because this is all in one, there is quite a bit in there, I guess, that's confidential or private, but I still wanted to show you as much as I can. So this is my October cover page. I found these little washi, they're kind of like washi tape, but they're stickers on AliExpress, and I fell in love with them. So that's my October page. Every month I do a mind map, reflection, and then I usually write something about the month as well. I couldn't decide on what photos I wanted to put in, so I just haven't put any in. But I would like to one day go back and put some photos there. Then I changed up what my habit trackers or goal tracking would look like from October. And I, instead of having lots and lots, I wanted to just focus on a few. I didn't do very well with it, but I like this layout better. Then we just go straight into some journaling. I'm also really conscious of listening back to my last video, I say a lot. I'm trying really hard not to say but then it means that there are these silences. So I'm trying. We'll see how we go. In terms of the daily journaling or just journaling that I do, sometimes I decorate, sometimes I don't. It's really how I feel in the moment. I was using Robert Oster chocolate in these pages, which I liked, but I just don't know if it's the right colour for me. A lot of this first couple of weeks of October is all about sleep school. My son and I went in. So what I did, I have these stickers that have different faces of feelings. Because I was writing lots about how he was going, I kind of just put little stickers throughout about how he was feeling and how I was feeling. In between, I just was doing some things about some inks that I wanted. And because I wanted it to be obviously different than journaling, I changed the colour and then just put a few little decorations. So we go back to journaling. Journaling again. It was getting better by the third day or the second day. I was doing a little bit of tracking how my nursing was going, but then I kind of just dropped off. Back to journaling. So what I try and do is for the month keep my journaling in one colour, and then other things around that can either be in black or another colour, but at least the long form journal entries all in one colour. Lots of journaling while I was there, which felt really good. I was trying at some points to see if I wrote a little bit bigger, if it looked neater, to mixed success. These were some notes that I took at the end of sleep school, and then the pen ran out. So I just went straight back to black, and that's it. Oh, no, that's right. I somehow missed a page mid-journal entry. I really don't know how I did that. It's a bit annoying. This was just some testing of layouts and things that I was doing when I was just getting ready for my son to start solids. I have these spreads in my other journal. I did want to carry them across because there was quite a bit of planning I wanted to do around it. And I found that I didn't actually, I'm not too happy with the little bits of creativity I did around these spreads. Just, yeah, something's, I don't know, not sitting right with me about them. Then the rest of the notebook is just little pages of like pen testing, doing some longer writing samples in different pens and different inks. So there's nothing really of importance there. It's just different comparisons that I wanted to do and to be able to refer back to. More wish list things. And then at the back of this notebook, I do have a bit of a pen test to see bleed through and ghosting and things like that. I actually haven't done that in my next notebook, and I think I might, I don't know, even if I rip out a page, there's some more of it there, because I don't know if I like how it looks at the back of the notebook. And that takes me to the end. I've said this in a previous video, the first and last page of the stalogy, it's not like a full page, it's kind of stuck to the grey. On the front, I actually tape it down. I'm wondering if I should do the same for the back, and then I could do like a creative spread of some sort there. I don't like writing on it because, I don't know, it annoys me that it can't go completely flat. And then that's the end of the notebook. They are my gorgeous cherubs. So that took me to, I think, the 10th or 11th of October, and then started in this one. That's my dashboard. I tried to go a bit more summery, and it's done nothing but rain. I have gone through these pages in my journal setup, but I'll just go through them briefly. I have some future logs for the rest of the year, a couple of spreads that I like to have in every notebook, podcasts, books, ink thoughts, pen thoughts, and then we get to October. So I didn't carry over that purpley theme because I kind of went new notebook, new theme, and I'll keep that for October. So this one has some florals and a bit more of like pink and peachy colours in it. These are my goal trackers. Because I had written out the intentions in the previous notebook, I actually decided not to rewrite them in here. And I think that was a mistake because I did drop off a bit, and I wonder if I had those words or my thoughts there to look at again, would I have found that motivating? These are the spreads I was talking about that I redid just around food planning. I did some colour planning. I've never actually done this before, just thinking about how do I want the notebook to look as a whole if I get around 3 months in a notebook. I haven't completely stuck to it, but I have it around the washy kind of colour palette. I'm liking it so far. I like the idea of thinking about the book as a whole, and, you know, it could present the opportunity that I could go, do you know what, I'm really not good at decorating with blues. I'm going to dedicate a notebook, and maybe I can go through purples, which I'm a bit more comfortable with, but have 1 month blue as well, and expand my range and challenge myself creatively as well. That's just some private stuff. What I do have in here is some spreads that, you know, go out of the colour theme, but this one's quite specific around food and my kids, so I wanted to make it a bit more fun. Just have some simple spreads here. So flipping through a few little decorations. This was just a really simple to-do list. Sometimes I write draft entries for things that I want to write in the memory journals for my kids, just because I want to make sure I get my thoughts out correctly, but I also then like having a copy of it in here. It's almost like another version of memory keeping. These are some recipes that I knew I'd be referring to quite often, and instead of pulling it out on my phone, I thought, why not pop them in here because it's also, again, like a snapshot of where I was at as this journal was being filled, but it also meant, you know, it's something I can do away from my phone, and I just put them in a different colour. Just bits of planning. This was something I kind of hadn't really done before. I wanted to write something, and it is private, but it was at a point in the day, it wasn't like a full journal entry, and I knew it wouldn't take up the whole page, let alone, you know, two. So I thought, well, what if I do a mix between some sort of a creative spread and a bit of writing? And I actually like how it turned out. I think it's reflective of what I was going through. I like the white space here. So it's something that I want to try again because I quite enjoyed it as a process. More journaling in there, some spreads. I guess this is kind of another version of this one was a little bit longer. It's an evening entry, but it's not a full journal entry. And so then just doing some creative stuff on the other side. And blank page, which gets us to the end of October. And then I start November here. I'm not sure if I want to finish the month in a consistent way as well. Like I start each month in the same way. I go in the front page, a reflection, future or monthly plan, and a kind of month to-do list. But I wonder if there's something I can do at the end, whether it's a kind of creative spread and incorporate some of the colour themes of that month or something. I'm not sure. I wanted to leave the blank page so that this kind of feels like it's starting fresh, and that then on the left-hand side there's no ghosting whatsoever. I just think it looks a bit nicer, But I'm wondering if there is something I can do here. If you have any ideas or if there's something you do every month to close off the month, please let me know. I'm really interested in any ideas or that people have or things that you find that work. So that takes me to the end of my October flip through across 2 stalogy notebooks. I love that you can see, you know, this one's a bit chunkier, but I love as you fill the notebooks, the pages change and you can see what's still to come. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video today. If you could like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated, and I will speak to you again soon.